Alright, so my family decided to go to Las Vegas, and I've never been to Las Vegas before. I may have gone when I was like a toddler, but I don't remember being there or anything like. I don't remember anything about it,
Yeah,
so I basically never been there.
Like a baby or something.
Jacqueline's never been to Las Vegas before, so we were really excited to hear that my parents were going to Vegas. So we're like, yeah, we'll go to Vegas with you guys. Like, yeah, let's make this a trip.
Yeah, sounds fun. Like my
Like
first
I
time.
booked my own hotel room over at the Excalibur. They booked at the MGM Grand, and we're really looking forward to this trip.
Oh, it was the first time going to Vegas. I was so excited. Had very high expectations.
Oh yeah, we brought such bougie clothes too, like the nice clothes that you wear when you're going to go to like a nice dinner or something. Anyway, that's moving ahead. So really excited for the trip. My dad rents a car to like take to Vegas. And that's pretty much where it all went downhill. So my dad decided that for the four of us and all of our luggage, he would get a sedan.
Tiny car.
A compact sedan where our luggage didn't fit in the trunk. And so we had to put our luggage in one of the back seats. Which, mind you, if you've ever been in a sedan with your parents before, like, their seats are all the way back.
It's cramped.
There's no room for you. Jacqueline had to sit in the middle seat. I was in the corner seat. But I had to, like, lift my legs up like this.
Your leg was on top of me.
Yeah, one leg was on top of Jacqueline, the other leg was on top of my mom's seat. And I literally had to do that because my legs wouldn't fit behind the seat. We live in California. It is a 5-hour drive to Las Vegas. So that didn't bode well. Also, like, to be honest with you, I use the restroom a lot. I drink a lot of water. So, like, for this trip, I didn't want to constantly have to stop to use the restroom. So what I did was I made sure that I didn't drink any water, and we didn't eat anything. We brought, like, a little cheese platter for a snack on the car ride there, but nobody ate anything because no one wanted to have to stop to use the bathroom. Which is mistake number 2, by the way. Definitely
it's okay to take breaks in Vegas. If you're going to Mexico, don't take breaks, but you're...
What do you mean you're going to Mexico, don't take breaks? It takes longer.
You don't want to take breaks in Mexico.
When you're driving anywhere, eat and drink water. You'll have to use the bathroom, but it's gonna be worth it. Moving on. So we get to Vegas, right? My dad says that he's going to go park. My mom says that she's going to go check in. Jacqueline and I decide to go with my mom to help her check in and everything. My mom checks in, like, with my girlfriend. I have, like, a metric ton of suitcases. My dad already left to go park the car. And I guess my mom had this idea that it was totally fine to just take Jacqueline up there to the room and leave me with all the bags. So I'm sitting in the middle of the MGM Grand. It's actually really cold in there. And I had no water. And I was like, I'm getting really thirsty because I hadn't drank anything the entire 5-hour car ride. So I'm dying of thirst. Waiting and waiting. My dad's not coming through. My mom's upstairs. Jacqueline's upstairs. And I'm literally eyeing a gift shop that's like 20 feet away from where I am that has a bunch of water bottles, but I have way too many suitcases to be left alone.
Bring them like
no,
this.
I literally couldn't lift it because there were just so many suitcases. So there was literally no way that I could bring everything there. I'm just dying, looking at a vending machine, not a vending machine, but like, you know those machines that you pull open and grab water? Sucked. My dad finally comes around. I go straight to the gift shop. I don't care how much it costs.
$5.
I buy the water. It's a water bottle. It's $5. It's Dasani, but still, it's $5 for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
So that sucked. We go upstairs to my parents' room in the MGM Grand, and it's actually a pretty nice room. Granted, we're not going to be staying there, as far as we know. But we get to the room. My mom goes downstairs and starts gambling, without telling anyone, by the way. My mom goes downstairs and starts gambling. I start doing my thing with the cameras and, you know, recording and vlogging and everything. It's a nice room. It has a nice view, too. Not a view of the city, because MGM Grand faces nothing but desert.
The airport.
But yeah, airport and desert view. It was actually kind of nice. That nice room, though. So I go downstairs. I see my mom gambling. You know, my best friend who lives in Vegas comes over. We go back upstairs. And then I just die. Like, my mom and I both go completely down. Apparently, dehydration is a really big issue in Vegas. So not eating or drinking for the 5-hour drive there, followed by not having anything to drink when you get there for a long period of time, doesn't sit so well with your body.
You know what's also not good is that the casino is super cold, like the blast AC, and then you go outside and then it's so hot. Cause we went during a time when it was really hot, really hot outside. So like two temperatures are like two changing temperatures.
Yeah, so it was like I want to say like 55, 60 degrees inside the hotel, but it was like 110 degrees outside. And so like, I think this is also a mistake, but when we did eat finally, like we went to a Del Taco as our first meal in Vegas, which I'm still kicking myself over because we could have done so much better, but whatever. Del Taco, got a couple double Del cheeseburgers. Mm-hmm. We didn't even get tacos. We got the double Del cheeseburgers and fries. And like whatever, we got on with our day. But yeah, I started to feel really sick, and it got to the point where it's like I had the room ready at the Excalibur, but I didn't know if I felt good enough to like actually go because I was done. I was out for the count, dude. Like there was no coming back from how I felt. And then my parents are just like, if you don't feel good, like maybe you shouldn't go to the Excalibur. Maybe you should just stay here.
No.
I immediately just glance over at Jacqueline. I'm like.
No, I do not.
Like I know that's not gonna fly.
I don't
with
want
my
to
girlfriend.
your parents. If you needed more money, I'll pay extra just so we could.
It wasn't about the money; it was paid for already.
I know. Well, I still don't want to be with them.
Yeah, I know. So I need to. If I stayed in my parents' room because I was feeling sick, the entire trip would have been ruined. So I man up. We get up and we go to the hotel, like straight there. We check in, and actually by then like. I start to get some fluids in me, so I start to feel a little bit better over time. But that's where the good part of the vacation began. Alright, so we get dinner with my parents. Did we get dinner with my parents?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What did we eat that night?
I don't know.
So we get dinner with my parents, we go back to the hotel, and, it's just Jacqueline and I, so we're having a really good time.
Yeah.
We go to sleep, next day starts, we go swimming, their pool is really nice, they had a water slide, a lot of kids were in line, but so are we. So we played on the water slide a little bit, we hit up the hot tubs, basic Vegas stuff, I did a little bit gambling, I won. And then we went to the Mirage with my parents for dinner.
Yeah.
Overall, great day. We walked on the strip, we went to the M&M store, we went to the Hershey store. Phenomenal day. The next day comes. I get a call from my mom. She's freaking out. My dad didn't come back to the hotel that night.
Suspicious?
Super suspicious.
Super suspicious.
Keep in mind, my dad can really not hold his liquor well. I'm only going to say that much. And he has a tendency to overdrink during vacations. So we're freaking out. My mom calls my sister, who's not even in Vegas, to see if she can get in touch with my dad. We're calling him constantly. We can't get in touch with him. We're doing a full-scale investigation in the casino at the MGM Grand. And eventually, I think it was like 10 o'clock. We've been looking for 2.5 hours already. My dad is just walking around the casino. And I guess what happened was he got so smashed the night before that he fell asleep in a New York bathroom. Which, the New York is fairly close to the MGM Grand. But still, to like fall asleep in a bathroom stall in another casino, like that's heavy.
Yeah.
So entire morning ruined. We're spent. We're tired now because we were just looking all over Vegas for the last few hours. I don't want this whole thing to be complaining. It was like the disaster that was our Vegas vacation.
Will be complaining.
So whatever, we go back to our hotel, we relax a little bit, we walk around the strip a little bit more. I can't gamble too much because my girlfriend, Jacqueline, was 20 years old.
Yeah.
And the age to gamble here in the United States is 21 years old. So
you're staying next to him, though.
Not only could she not gamble, but she literally couldn't stand anywhere near me. She couldn't be 10 feet away in the walkway of the casino because she was too close to the gamblers. That's how bad it is. So, like, that sucked.
So we slept at our friend's house, and we slept with the door open because we don't want them to think that we're doing the nasty. So we do. So yeah, we sleep with the door open.
You just say we do.
No. And then the next day, and we closed the door because we're changing clothes. I totally forgot. I left my underwear on the bed that I changed from the night before, and I'm like, oh.
She found your underwear on the floor.
Oh yeah? Oh my god, I forgot to put it away.
So my best friend, whose house we stayed at, who lives with his grandma in his grandma's house, because he's watching over her, let us stay in one of the rooms in their house for the night. Just because I can only get 3 days comped with the Excalibur, and I didn't want to use one of those, we were there for 5 nights. So Jacqueline leaves a pair of her crusty underwear on the floor.
The day before.
His grandma is the one that finds it.
Oh my god. You know how bad it looks?
Tells my best friend.
You know how bad that looks? That's really bad. And we didn't do anything.
Cleans the heck out of the sheets, apparently, I was told.
We didn't even do anything.
And overall, it was a horrific first impression.
Oh my god.
So
I feel
actually, we had a plan to stay with him one more night.
Oh no.
Because he's my best friend. Now, we go over there, and I guess what happened was the grandma was really, really not thrilled about us staying over.
Yeah.
And so, like, her and my best friend, Brandon, they got into kind of an argument in the room. They're like, hold on 1 second, I gotta talk to my grandma. They go into the room. By the way, I'm sure Brandon's watching this.
Hi, Brandon, I'm sorry.
Hi, Brandon. You gotta say it. So they go into the room, and I put my ear up over the door, right? Like, I'm eavesdropping. So the grandma says something to the degree of, I don't want them staying over tonight. And Brandon replies, they're not staying over tonight, Grandma. And meanwhile, I just take a hard look at Jacqueline, and I'm thinking to myself, like, that was the plan. The plan was to sleep over with Brandon tonight. Like, you agreed to this, Brandon. We don't have anywhere else to stay. So, whatever, right? Like, Brandon comes out of the room, I tell him, like, your grandma's really not comfortable with this. We're just gonna go ahead and do it.
That's totally okay.
We decide that's fine. We'll spend the night, like, in my parents' hotel room. Whatever. Flashback to a few minutes ago when I said my dad sort of likes to overdrink in vacations. And I'm gonna really oversimplify this part because it's a really terrible memory that we don't want to relive and we don't even want to talk about to some degree. We have a bad night. Next day, Jacqueline realizes that she does not, under any circumstances, want to spend another night with my parents.
Hell no.
So, unfortunately for me, she decides that on a Saturday. So the problem with Saturday in Vegas is that the hotels are up to, well, honestly, in Vegas, you can spend no money on rooms on weekdays, but $300 on a room on the weekend. So that's what I had to do. I had to pony up like over $300 so we could get a room. Which I don't mind at all, honestly. When I got into Vegas, I came with the idea that I'm going to have fun, I'm going to let loose, and I don't care how much money I spend. So I did. I lost a lot of money. But that's not the point. The point is, like, I didn't care. We bought souvenirs. We got a really nice hoodie for Jacqueline that she wore for years.
Yeah, fun time. It's all my clothes.
I lost a significant amount gambling, which was unfortunate. But I had a lot of fun, so that's all that mattered. We had very expensive dinners. I didn't care. I was in Las Vegas. This is the first time I've ever been out of state with my little Jacqueline, and I was really excited. So whatever. I blew a lot of money. And that day that we spent together was very nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
Unfortunately, I spent the entire day not eating anything except for a cinnamon roll. So come 6 o'clock, I start dying again. And we don't have plans for dinner. So what happens is we decide to go to Pizza Hut, there's a Pizza Hut on the upstairs of the Excalibur. And
then we get
still kicking myself over that. We got a salad.
A $5 salad.
No, but here's the thing though, it was actually a really big salad.
Yeah.
Like, that was a very good value, which is strange to find in Vegas. So, there's this place that sells salads right to the right of the Pizza Hut at the top floor of the Excalibur. Yeah. Good salad too. But here's the thing: the Excalibur has a buffet, and the buffet is like $20. So.
No, but the thing was that your parents said that Excalibur buffet was not good.
Yeah, they said it was bad.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
We should have not listened to them. We should have just you know what? That's your opinion. What's our?
Here's the thing. The Excalibur buffet has pizza. and salad. And although my parents said it was bad, I believe that what they meant is it was bad by Vegas standards. Like, there are some really good buffets in Vegas. We had, there was, dude, the Mirage, I think it was like $40 a person. There was, like, steak, and there was, like...
It was great.
It was,
Yeah.
We had breakfast at the MGM Grand Buffet. Delicious.
Love it.
I believe we had dinner at the MGM Grand Buffet as well once. But that's not the point. The point is, like... The point was, the Excalibur Buffet is a budget buffet. It's a mediocre buffet. Like, after we came over from Vegas, we watched a lot of videos on the Excalibur Buffet. It looks mediocre. It looks like what you find at a local buffet at any old city. Yeah, it can be a hometown buffet, but not everybody knows what that is.
And that's fine. We love hometown buffet, you know?
Jacqueline, not everyone knows what hometown buffet is. Not everyone lives in California. But yeah, no, so it looked like what you find in any local buffet, which is meh. But when I think about it, I was in Vegas, it was downstairs, and I chose Pizza Hut, which, again...
I think it cost a lot more.
It did. It cost like $40 for a medium topping pizza and the salad that we got.
So dumb. Like, we could have just gone to the buffet, spent $20 and got just everything. Just like
even for the two of us, we would have broken even.
Yeah.
So I really regret not going to the buffet. Plus, we would have been able to get whatever we wanted.
Yeah, we get anything.
So still kicking ourselves over that one.
Big mistake.
You know, we walk over the strip some more. We hang out with my best friend who brings his girlfriend over to the hotel room. We don't do anything nasty, obviously. I just go downstairs and gamble with the guy while Jacqueline, my antisocial girlfriend, hangs out with Jewel, Brandon's antisocial girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
In complete silence at the time. Meanwhile, me and my best friend are having the time of our lives. Some time passes, yada yada yada, day end. The last day we really just spent to ourselves. We ended up not being able to, like, return my best friend's cooler because we heard that we could return it to his girlfriend at the time who worked at a Ross. Now, apparently, because there's a Ross right next to the Excalibur in Vegas, that's not the Ross that she works at, and also we call her by the name that everyone else calls her, Jewel, which wasn't her real name. So that was also very unfortunate. We were able to get the cooler back, but at the expense of basically an entire night. Mm-hmm. So last day comes, like, it's time to go home. I'm spent, ready to go home. Jacqueline's spent, ready to go home. We go to IHOP on the, like, before we go to the drive. The 5-hour drive home in our terrible sedan with a whole bunch of luggage where I have to, again, sit like this.
And I'm like this.
And we get home 5 hours later, thus concluding our not fun Vegas trip.
Yeah.
I want to say it wasn't fun, but like 75% of it wasn't fun. 25% of it was me hanging out with my best friend, my girlfriend, his girlfriend, and enjoying Vegas. But it was only fun when my parents weren't involved at all. Alright, so we leave IHOP and we make the 5-hour trip home. I go to my camera, I try to look at all the footage, and all of a sudden, all of it's gone. All the pictures, all the videos that I took on my little camera, my Canon G7X. This camera, I bring with me everywhere so that I can, like, you know, take pictures and videos of everything that I did in Vegas. What I'm recording on right now is a big camera that I don't use because it's too big, it catches too much attention, and people think I'm filming a movie or something, and then proceed to throw me out of places. So I recorded the majority of my footage on this, and a little bit of my footage on that. And that retained all of its photos and videos, and this was completely empty. So unfortunately, what happens in Vegas stayed in Vegas, and we lost everything. Alright, thank you so much for watching our video. Be sure to like the video if you like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are brand new or just haven't subscribed yet, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!